I'm aware that most of us are more likely celebrating his absence from the channel than anything else, but I can't help but feel a bit suspicious about where exactly Brody has been these past few months. Sure, he claims to be at the Ant-Olympics, but I didn't let Miss Murray get away with sending in a substitute teacher without making absolutely sure she wasn't lying about the electric can opener, and I just think it'd be dishonest to not treat this with the same level of scrutiny. So I got to digging. And while I can't legally say any of this is conclusive, I feel safe making some educated guesses as to where and why he's been doling out that less than hard-earned Patreon dosh. And with all that out of the way, here's my list of the top 5 places I think 8-Bit Brody has been hiding. The first and most obvious choice is Denmark. Brody's always been infatuated with the Danes, often to an unhealthy degree, so I don't think it's much of a stretch to say he wants to spend his life there.
So, I'm watching submissions for this week's video, and it's funny, you know, people have been doing good. The substitute, guest videos have been great, and for this week, thank you, Shammy. What you put together is entertaining, but entertaining or not, I'm worried, and I know some of you are worried as well. This year's been a haze of timelines, but 6 months is 6 months, and that's how long Brody's been missing. Now I'm going to part the veil and say, I've been collecting the videos, I've been putting out requests for submissions, I've been running the Twitter, I've been running the Discord, I've been doing it to make it work, and that was fine at the beginning when I thought that I just needed to make a little bit of time and smooth things over so he could get the Ant-Olympics together. I was the first guest video. I was happy to do it. It was fun. But it's overwhelming. It's way too much work, and I'm worried. 6 months. 6 months. So, at the beginning, I'll fill you guys in. Maybe a month or so in, I don't remember, when I really started to get worried. I checked his house. His car wasn't there. And I went inside, and it didn't seem very lived in, but the main thing that stood out was that his video games were undusted. That's not like him. I reached out to his family. They said they hadn't heard from him in years. And I started to, in reaching out to different people and piecing things together, seeing this picture of, well, he was unwell long before the Ant-Olympics. And one time early on when we worked together, and he reiterated this many times, that if anything like this were to happen with him, to never contact the authorities. And he made that very clear, and I'm trying to honor that. I really am, but I'm running out of evidence. I'm running out of things I can look into. That is, until today, this arrived in my mailbox. It is the first line of contact from Brody all of this time. A letter, and I'll read it to you. It goes, "Dear Chase, I've been having some issues finishing the Ant-Olympics. Diplomacy with the colonies has fallen apart, and I'm basically starting from square one. I'll probably have everything done by late spring for the summer games. See if you can hire a graphic designer by then to get the logo for us. We may need a costume designer too, mascots and such. Either way, I hope the channel is doing well. I look forward to coming back and hitting 10,000 subscribers. See you next year, Brody." So clearly, his vision of the Ant-Olympics has gotten grandiose and has pushed into the next year. Cannot settle for that. But the good news is, this is how it arrived to me. This is what I pulled out of my mailbox. No envelope, no postage, nothing. Brody hand-delivered this, which means he's nearby, which means if we move fast enough, and if we're sleuthy enough and thorough, I should be able to find him. Now the man has to eat, and I've worked with him enough to know his preferences, places I could likely find him. So I've made a list, and we're going to go through them. So, I'm going to start with a couple of the usual suspects, and, I'm going to bring you guys with me, and we're going to see what we can find. Back in high school, Brody had these phases where he would go to the graveyard and write, when he got kind of in a dark mood. And it's not the most likely one to me, but it's on the way. And, well, it's pretty likely, considering the circumstances. Let's see. I wouldn't call it a goth phase, but he did like dark makeup. Brody! Brody, if you can hear me, it's not as bad as it used to be, man. We can get out of this. Find him curled up right here, just scribbling away on the porch. Just writing. Well, it was worth a shot. Might check here again later, but if he's not here on a day like this, he's not here. I'm waiting to cross at the convention center. I know that in off seasons he would like to linger, scope out the place, see if there's any changes, architecture and whatnot, see if there's any good hiding spots, crouching spots, acoustic treatment. You know, he always like to have a lay of the land. Perhaps this is his chance to really plan it all out for next season. Well, that one didn't work out, but we've got a few more to go that seem pretty promising. You already know. What's up? Have you seen Brody?
What's that?
Have you seen Brody?
No.
Like 8-bit Brody?
I don't know who that is.
Damn. Well, thanks.
Alright, man.
Shit. I don't even know his name these days. I got my phone up on my handy dandy. This is a bit wiggly. But I'm on the road, looking for Brode. Trying to stay calm. It's getting more and more disconcerting as I look in more desperate places.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left.
So I pulled up to Brody's favorite White Castle, and it looks different. I'm gonna go check it out. That's not good. That's not good. We will not be happy. Just pulled up to this junkyard. I know Brody used to spend a lot of time here. I think he was staying here for a while. But yeah, I'm gonna go in and see if there's any trace of him. Brody! Brody! This place is a lot bigger than I remembered. If I'm gonna have to poke around in every one of these cars, I mean, I'll do it. Brody did love spaghetti. So that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm starting to find some of the larger vehicles. See, you know, but that's not very livable, but we've got a trailer here that looks like it could have been, it's outfitted to be lived in. Let's see what we got here. Bro? Ready? Oh, I'm not so sure about this. Ready? Just a bunch of car doors. I don't know, y'all. It's not looking great. I don't know what I expected in a junkyard. I don't know what there is to expect with Brody. Got y'all back up in my handy dandy here. And today didn't go as expected. I thought for sure when I saw that letter, you know, Brody was nearby. I knew where to look and I could put an end to this, you know. But the day's winding down and I got stuff I gotta do. I gotta go home. If we gotta go back to guest submissions, I'll do it. I'll do the work. I'll put it together and we can keep on, you know, keeping the channel afloat like all you have graciously helped me do. So anyway, I'm parked here for the moment, about to head back, but I've been looking at my rough ass face all day, you know, been the junkyard and all kinds of shit. So I'm gonna treat myself to a little TLC. Kind of looking scraggly. We'll see what we can find tomorrow.